everybody. My name is Beth and I am the Steadfast Stitcher, and this is my Flosstube channel. Welcome. I'm glad you could join me today. And this is Chloe down here. I have got some WIPS to show you and a little bit of haul, plans, and some information on an upcoming event from a friend of mine. So why don't we get started? I can't believe this coming weekend is the first 24 hours of cross stitch of 2025, and I am excited about it. I plan on doing Whip Frenzy, which is from the group Whip Warriors, and it's stitching on 100 to 200 stitches on as many projects as you can over the weekend. Now, I will have the Zoom room will be open in my Crafts and Books Facebook group all weekend, beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday and going through Sunday. So you are welcome to come Zoom with us over 24 hours of cross stitch, and there will be some giveaways. I will put the link to our group below, and I hope you can come join us. It's going to be fun. Right, Chloe? Now let's get started with some WIPs. Now the first one is Woodcut Stitch Witch. And I'm probably doing an order of least amount of stitching to most amount of stitching this today. But I did a little bit on this one. And I have to show you, if you haven't seen the fabric before, it is gorgeous. I am doing this on 18 count Sea Lavender from Barefoot Needle Arts. It is their own dyeing. They dye their own fabric. I said that kind of funky, but yeah, they dye their own fabric. And this is where I'm at with Woodcut Stitch Witch. It's really pretty. This fabric is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to have plenty left to do some other projects on this as well. But it is so pretty. I am using all Anchor Black for the black on here and not DMC. Although admittedly, Anchor Black skeins are getting kind of hard to find. Are you experiencing that as well? Now this next one, kind of hesitate to show it because I really didn't get a lot done. I only got about 400 stitches in. And it's a full coverage, which means I didn't do very much. But this is going to be Boreal colors from Stitches So Beautiful, Eder James Rosa. I was doing the challenge in Stitches So Beautiful to stitch every week. But I have not got any new stitches in this week, so unless I can get some in tonight before I go to bed, I think I'm going to be out of that challenge. But it's been kind of a crazy week. So this is what Boreal Colors is going to look like, and it is gorgeous. I just love this one. But like, right now, I'm just up in this upper corner with all the black, so there's really not much to see yet. Hopefully soon. I would like to spend a good deal more time on this. I am going to have this one out for Whip Frenzy. I do plan on trying to pick projects either tonight or tomorrow for Whip Frenzy, but I also have to put the giveaways together for the group and get everything set up for that, for the Zoom that starts Friday right after work. Now this next one is absolutely gorgeous. I was enabled by Laura Stitching by the Shore. And I was stitching on this couple evenings, and one evening while I was watching WIP parades, trying to catch up on them. There are so many great ones out there. And I know Laura just put one out recently, and so did Mama Bear Stitchery. And I was watching M. Kiss's Whip Parade from, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And I have to go back and watch it again because there's one pattern in there I would really like to get. But it's from a magazine, and I didn't catch which magazine it's from. Anyways, this is Black Vintage Sampler from Alforst Embroidery. You can see it's quite a good size. It's 191 by 353. And there's a lot going on in this. But I'm not doing this in black. I am doing this in Silks for You, PR 152. And it is gorgeous. So since you last saw this, I did more work on the border, top and bottom. I did the little key here. And I started the hot air balloon and then realized I made a mistake. So I'm going to need to finish frogging that second swirly line down there. Unfortunately, I went down one too many on the balloon, so I need to fix that. But look at how the colors are playing out. They're so pretty. Oh, I'm loving this one. It is hard to put down. Just gorgeous. Oh, and I am doing this on Dying for Cross Stitch, sorry. And it is 20 count Eder Tinsmith. And Dying for Cross Stitch has a terrific website, and they are pretty fast at shipping fabrics. This next one is part of my WIPCO. My next two that I'm going to show are part of my WIPCO calls for January. Each one is for 5 days is what I'm aiming for, and I have one on each so far. Let's do, this one is Thirza Priscilla Dawes, and this is Thirza Goes Goth colorway. And this is from Hemlock and Rye. Lots of fun colors in this one, very bright and vibrant. And so I need to do 4 more days on this one, and I just got a little bit in one evening after work. And I'm doing this on 36 count Murky from Picture This Plus. So basically I was working on the basket, or the berry bowl I should say. So I didn't get as much done as I would like. It was kind of a little tired after work. So this is good. Needs 4 more pickup days to work on this. And hopefully I can get a good bit more progress on it. Sorry about that. Had to take a quick pause. I worked a good deal later this evening than I normally do. And my cats were wanting their dinner. They were being quite vocal. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. All right. I do love all the colors in this one. I think it's really pretty. So I'm glad it's on my WIPCO and that it is going to get more attention this month. I don't think it's going to come out for Whip Frenzy this weekend. I'm trying to limit my Whip Frenzies to things that are basically over 1 with no specialty stitches. So I can just go and go and go and hopefully, you know, not have anything that really slows me down. Because I'd like to kind of challenge myself to get as many, get through as many whips as I can over the weekend for 100 to 200 stitches. So I'm, you know, if I have good luck, and you might have a large stack of pieces to see that I worked on during Whip Frenzy in my next video. Now this next one is one of my favorites, and it has not been out in a long time. This is from Butternut Road, and it is a Provence sampler, and Oh, getting some glare there. There we go. So I did see the original model stitched by Marilyn Lovett Emblem in New York, and it is beautiful. Done in this reds. These reds. Hello. Grammar eludes me. But I'm not doing this in red. I am doing this in DMC, and it's called, the color name is called Paris. It's 4515. If you can see all the blues and browns in here. It's really pretty. Love working on this. And I am doing this on 25 count potato Lugana over 1. And since you last saw this, I added 4 more letters to the sampler. So it is coming along. It's got a little ways to go yet, but it is definitely coming along. I know I have several pieces that I would like to finish in 2025. This is probably one of them. Because, well, after the Z here is going to be the year. And then after the alphabet, this big alphabet is the last alphabet, and then it's got the numbers, and then a good bit more stitching down here. And plus I've got all of the border on that side to do, and then I need to finish the top. But we'll see. It's a joy to stitch on. And yeah, I do plan on having this out for Whip Frenzy. Oh, you can hear that. I do occasionally hear trains. Especially when I have my flue open in the fireplace. It's been quite chilly, so I've been using the fireplace fairly often. But yeah, I love stitching on this one. It is so pretty. I know that Laura, Stitching by the Shore, also loves to do Whip Frenzy, and she's excited about being back on the 24 hours of cross stitch weekend. So I'm sure she'll beat me because she doesn't work full time either. So she's got more stitchy time than I do. But it's fun to see how many she gets in over the course of the weekend. So my last one to show. Oh, I love this one. This was my New Year, New Start. And it is Bluebirds and Bluebells from Pansy Patch. And in fact, I have 2 of these patterns, and I'll be giving away one this weekend over 24 hours of cross stitch. Let's see if I can do, there we go, without the glare. But it is such a pretty design. Oh, I love this one. And it says, Bluebirds and Bluebells fill a garden with joy, and love fills a home with happiness. And she's a big girl. Let's see. Let me get the size for you. Yep, this one is 251 by 331. I am doing this on 32 count Silver Moon from Zweigart with all the called for colors, which I'm dropping on the floor, and I will pick that up in a minute. But yeah, I am doing this over 2 on 32 count, and it is gorgeous. So I folded it all so that everything is inside. There we go. So this is my little start on Bluebirds and Bluebells. Oh, and it's so, so pretty. I love this one. I can't wait to get more progress on it. Oh, I think the colors are gorgeous. The color's gorgeous. This fabric is really nice to work with. Again, it's 32 count from Zweigart Silver Moon. It's a really nice light gray neutral. having fun with this one. So, so pretty. So not a bad start, I don't think, on my New Year, New Start. And I mentioned M. Kissa because she had her whip parade up for a couple weeks ago. But she had an idea about going back through her New Year, New Starts and getting finishes on them for this year. And I think that's a great idea. I know there was 1 or 2 years recently that I didn't do a New Year, New Start, but I have to go back and see what my previous New Year, New Starts are and see if I can make them focus on them a bit this year. All right. So before I get into haul and one big purchase that I made, I wanted to mention my friend Lisa. She is Paddock Lane Designs, and she's also Flosstuber Shady Tree Stitches. She is doing the Great Australian Cross Stitch Shindig. It is a weekend. If you're in the US, it is January 25th and 26th, or in Australia, 26th and 27th. It is $10 Australian, and it's all via Zoom. And there's going to be other Flosstubers on there and Australian cross-stitch designers as well. So definitely do go check them out. $10 for a Zoom weekend sounds very reasonable. And yeah, she's got some really cute designs and chance to meet up with and learn more about Australia. I will link her website below here and her Facebook page as well, so that you can go check it out for yourself. So it is a Great Australian Cross Stitch Shindig. If you're in the US, it's the 25th and 26th of January. I do have a little bit of haul. One, I'm going to throw up a picture here, because I finally bought myself a sewing machine. I got myself a brother sewing machine, finally. And I'm going to be taking sewing classes at the Village Fabric Shop in Winston-Salem in a couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about that. They're very beginner sewing classes, which is perfect and what I need. And yeah, so I'm excited. And the Village Fabric Shop in Renolda Village is so adorable. I can't wait to go back there. They also carry a little bit of cross stitch there, and a little bit of weaving, and I want to call it felting? Yes, felting material. All right. So while I was there, I picked up a little cross-stitch kit that I had never heard of this company before, and this is Darlin. That's actually part of the name of the company, is Junebug and Darlin. They're from Portland, Oregon, and I got this little cross-stitch kit. As you can see, it's not very big. You know, they got a little picture of a hand there too, so there's a good bit of backstitching on here and some French knots. All those little white flowers on the French knots, they're really pretty. And this is a complete kit. It goes in a 6-inch hoop. So it comes with the pattern, the hoop, the Eder, 2 needles, the embroidery floss, felt for backing, and batting, and instructions on framing it in the hoop. So really, really cute. So Junebug and Darlin, and I am definitely going to go check them out. And they had several patterns from them, kits from Junebug and Darlin. So next, when I do go back for my sewing class, I might end up with more of these. Now, I had another little bit of, I've got more cross stitch haul. And then I bought myself something I've never tried before, because I've been wanting to learn how to crochet as well. And I saw this in Joann's, and I've seen these advertised before, so I have not tried it yet. But I got one of these little Woobles kits for crocheting, and of course I had to get the fox. He's adorable. It's Felix the Fox, and it's got all the materials included, and he's only 4.5 inches high, so he's a little guy. But I am looking forward to giving this a try, and when I get working on it, I will let you know how it goes. And then finally, oops, I forgot to grab the picture off the printer. Yeah, so finally my cross stitch haul. Stitchy Princess Black, who's on Instagram and on Etsy, she had a sale on her Etsy site, and I picked up a couple little patterns. And this also goes into my plans, because I had been thinking and kind of beating myself up a little bit, I'll admit it, about having over 100 WIPs, and, you know, giving myself a lecture about how I should really do no new starts this year. But I know myself well enough to know that that is setting myself up for failure if I, you know, tell myself I can't have any starts this year. And so what I decided to do is limit the size of my starts by stitch count. Oop. And what I mean by stitch count is not bigger than, hello, width and height. So I'm limiting myself to 250. So that means that the width and the height added together can't be more than 250. And that actually gives me a lot of leeway. So anything for an ornament is under that amount. The Fabulous House series from Cottage Garden, or their forest animals, if you add up the width and the height, most all of them are under 250. So there's still a good bit of stitching in those, but they're under a certain size. So it basically means I'm not going to start any giant projects this year. I'm going to keep that until at least my birthday, which is next December. So I can start whatever I want next December, but I'm going to limit the size this year. Not the number of things I can start, but the size. So I figured that's a rule I can stick with. I need one I know I can stick with, because otherwise I am far better at beating myself up than any comments that I've got about in the past about my having too many WIPs. So I think managing to keep the stitch count at a reasonable level and not adding more BAPs into my WIPs is a good way to go. So these two patterns both fit into that under 250. And this, again, Stitchy Princess Black on Etsy. And I just adored these patterns. This one is Birds in Winter. This is so cute. I don't know if you can tell, the little bird is feeding her baby birds. It's got the bird houses on there. And it's just really pretty. I really like the color palette on this as well. And this one was under 100 by 100, so easily one that I could start this year in 2025. Now this one I felt, took me a quick second to see it, but then I absolutely had to have it because I fell in love with the bear that's in the corner of this pattern. This is Winter Woodland, again by Stitchy Princess Black. And look at that. See how it's all outlined with the little bear, and he's sleeping inside the cabin, inside this cave, not cabin. And then it's got the owl and the cute little deer and the birds and all the pine and the pine cones. It's just so pretty. I love the color palette on this one as well, but just that, how she did that bear was so unique, and I just love it. That's going to be a fun one to stitch. So yeah, that's all my haul, including that little crochet thing, getting myself a new sewing machine, signing up for sewing classes. It's going to be a busy, busy, busy. Hopefully not a lot of overtime at work, so that's a cross fingers. But yeah, I'm excited. This year is going to be great for stitching. No comment on anything else, but stitching and learning how to crochet, learning how to sew. I need to spend I want to spend a little more time back on working on my weaving. So I'm hopeful. I hope you all have a great 2 weeks. Again, check out Crafts and Books for this weekend for our 24 hours of cross stitch. Zoom's going on all weekend from Friday 5 p.m. Eastern till Sunday evening. We call it Sunday evening, we call it Last Stitcher Standing. So do come and join us for that. And check out Lisa's Great Australian Cross Stitch Shindig. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Have a fantastic stitchy 2 weeks, and I will see you soon. Bye.